The ESRB has rated Planet Zoo E10 Plus for crude humor, mild blood, and mild violence. It has been approved for everyone aged 10 and over. Hey there, folks. Welcome back to the zoo. How are you doing? I'm doing okay. I added a little bit of a food court here. It's kind of offset, but it works. I wanted to put something up here that didn't just want this path to end, so I put this food court here. And of course, I added an exhibit for the African Goliath frog right here. And we're slowly moving our way in and redesigning and moving and adding things, and it's all very cool. What we're going to be doing here is I'm building a new habitat for the African penguin, and shit. It's going to be bigger than the one they're currently in, and I'm moving to this more central location, so it should be pretty good. This is where they are now. It's just going to be a bigger place. It really is. Okay, guys, I'm going to start in on this. I will pause the game because, Jesus Christ, on a sidecar. The crowds have reached the point where they're like unruly. Okay, let's get this started. Yeah, it turns out I liked it better back here. Okay, a little bit further, a little bit further. All right. Now, what am I going to do first? Right. Okay. First things first, I want to remove some of the dirt, make a pit for the water. And I need it to be at least 8 meters deep. Right there. Now, sometimes with these pits, I'll try and line them with wall material. In this case, I'm not going to do it. I will put in rocks and such, but I'm not going to do it this time. However, something I do want to do is get rid of this thing because it's just annoying. Okay, now let's try and oh boy, itchy ear. Let's try and get this a little balanced out. I need to make that circle smaller. Yeah, I can use rock. And that right there is about what I wanted. Because I'll show you what I'm going to do. I need another size template. Hanging out way over here. I'm giving these birds a lot more room. Okay, that right there will do. I'm going to pull this way a little more so it's basically covering the divots. I think that's about right. Okay. Now, I'm not going to have any above ground viewing. But that's what we're going to be looking at. So it works. Okay, here we go. Let's work on barriers. I still can't do curved barrier lines for shit, so I don't even bother trying. What I do is I do this. I bring it down to like 5 meters and just do this. It's just easier. I've never been able to, for all that I'm getting pretty good on designing habitats and using the tools available. I've never been any good at putting curved barrier lines in my habitats. I don't know why. I've tried. It just doesn't work for me. Okay, now I can go back up to the full length. We'll give it 10 meters, 8, 9, 10. Okay, here we go. All right, and I'll bring this over just a touch to line it up. And backward again just to line it up. There we go. Okay. This is going to be the back building. There we go. That'll work. If you hear someone moving around in the background, it's my father. He's making breakfast for himself. All right. Think we can get rid of this. Whoops. Think we can get rid of this now, and we can get rid of that. Okay. Wait, you know what? I'm just going to get rid of the one. I'm going to keep the circle because the circle's a pretty good guide to where the water's going. All right. Borrow some of this. And let's, whoops, that is not a straight line. But it'll do, it'll do. Then I'm going to drop it down to here. Okay. All right, what is this? 7F6000. F6000. F04. 783F04. All zeros, okay. Okay, now what do I need? What do I need? I'm going to do some surgery on one of these pieces. It's going to be the same fence, but I'm making a small change. Okay. Okay. Now I need a glass piece. One by 4. Does that work? It does work. Oh yeah, that is exactly what I want. Okay, let's try it this way. Okay, hold on just a second. Okay, sorry about that. Okay. And this is a little more complicated, of course, than just, putting up a glass barrier, which I could have done, but I think this looks better, to be honest. I'm sorry for the interruption. I had to assist my father with the microwave. My father, unfortunately, is an Alzheimer's patient. He's beginning to forget things like how to safely correctly operate a microwave. So he comes out because, of course, he doesn't recognize that he's lost as much capacity as he has. And as a result, he will come out going, I can make myself breakfast. And he'll decide to make himself, he'll be like, I'm hungry. I want some chicken noodle soup. He likes chicken noodle soup. Nothing wrong with liking chicken noodle soup. Chicken noodle soup is great. It's wonderful. And because he likes it so much, we actually make sure we have a large supply of chicken noodle soup available for him when he wants it. And so he will, he'll get the chicken noodle soup and he'll open up the can. And it's one of those brands. They're not paying me, so I'm not going to give a commercial here. But it's one of the brands where all you have to do is open up the can, pour it into a microwave-safe bowl, and give it a minute and a half, and it's done. Very convenient. Very easy to use. And the problem is, at this point, all he's thinking of is, I want the soup, I want the soup, I want the soup. So he'll punch in a cook time, and then he'll let it run for 15 seconds. And then open it up and go, well, why isn't the soup warm? Well, it's because he hasn't let it run long enough. But you have to be careful dealing with him because we don't know when he's going to decide to be angry. And, he'll decide that somebody's trying to trick him or somebody's trying to, because one of the symptoms of Alzheimer's disease is paranoia. And unfortunately, every once in a while, he'll get into a mind state where he's like, well, how do I know you're telling me the truth? Why would I lie about how to make chicken noodle soup, Pop? It's a very tragic situation, and there's nothing we can goddamn do about it. And it's only going to get worse. I got to tell you, sometimes I miss my dad. He hasn't gotten to the point that he's forgotten about me, but he's no longer the man who raised me, if you know what I mean. I'm sorry for going on about this, but anyway, all that clunking and banging you heard in the background was him continually opening and closing the microwave door. After, he'd run it for 15 and he'd go, is it warm yet? No, it's not warm yet. Is it warm yet? No, it's not warm yet. Because he doesn't have short-term memory to the point that literally you can talk to him and 10 minutes later you have to tell him the same thing again. And sometimes it's not even 10 minutes. There have been times where he's asked me the same question in a minute and a half span. It's like, is this mine? Yes, that's yours, Pop. Is this mine? Yes, that's yours, Pop. And you have to be patient with him because he doesn't know what's going on anymore. He doesn't recognize what's going on. And it's all very tragic, but it is what it is. And it scares me, I'll be honest, it scares me because I've had 7 strokes, which means I have tangible brain damage. I've seen my MRI results and I'm like, holy shit. They do not look like, it doesn't look like the results, the MRI results for a healthy brain. Let's just put it that way. I'm not going to, I'm not going to go into detail necessarily about how bad my brain is, but holy shit. My brain looks bad. And I've got serious brain damage. Did I just say that? Yes, I did. And, it's nothing I can control and it's nothing that I can deal, there's nothing to be done about it. But part of my brain has died, effectively. And I use a lot of little tricks to keep things in my memory. I write things down all the time. I use a lot of tricks to compensate for how much damage I've had, but I cannot deny that I have problems. And this is why what my father's going through right now scares me so much, because there is a chance that I could end up like that just because of my strokes. And it terrifies me. But it is what it is. What can I do? Try not to have any more strokes. I honestly think sometimes that eventually I'm going to have one that just kills me. I honestly think that's a possibility. The strokes that I've had so far are damaging, absolutely, and debilitating, but they've also been relatively mild. Doesn't make them healthy, doesn't make them, desirable by any means, but I haven't had one of those that leaves me paralyzed for the rest of my life. And I'm glad for that. But at the same time, geez, what am I going to do? So I figured out that the best way to deal with them is to just not worry. There's nothing, other than taking my meds and making sure I eat healthy and I watch my blood pressure and all that number. There's not much I can do about it. So there it is. That's my solution. Why, we got off on a really grim topic, didn't we? Okay, let's get the water. And we'll keep it this time. There we go. That actually looks pretty good, doesn't it? Okay. Oh, for crying out loud, could I just at least have a little bit of path here? No, you're not going to let me do it. Okay. Well, let's go down to 6. How about that? That's nice and complicated and works pretty well, actually. Probably better over here. Okay. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, that's good lead up. Now let's get those birds in here. Zoo animals. African penguins. All of them. Move. No path to destination. What do you mean no path to destination? Path to destination's right there. Okay, now, I'm not including the little penguins because those are not an African species, and I am moving them out of the zoo. You know, since I made the recent decision that this is going to be an all-African park. Springbok's about to inbreed. No, she's not. And you young man are going on birth control, life support. I keep saying going on life support. Okay. Okay, let's see. We'll do that. Mechanics every month. Veterinarians every month. Keepers are every month. Facilities. Keeper hut. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Okay, we got a bunch of babies and we got adults. How many do we have here anyway? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, I've added too many of the babies, I think. Heck with it. Okay, let's see. What do we need? What do we need? We need... Got enough water. It's deep enough. Okay, that's all good. Deep water is good. Grass short 100%. Yes. What do they need? Soil. They need a lot more soil. They need a whole shit pot full of sand. So I think what we'll do is we'll add the sand first. Here's my build light. Okay. They need a little bit of soil. We got plenty of rocks. What we'll do is we'll drop this down to here. We'll just tap it lightly. Okay, very good, very good. Now, they object to having this tree hang over their habitat, so let's do this. Okay, now I'm going to go over to the other, the now defunct Yes, I know. Okay, I'll fix that shortly. Oh, I like how this is doing all by itself. And, just transplanting everything that was in the African penguin habitat over to here. There we go. That's better. And this is just a roomier little penguins. Guys, I hate to do this to you, but have a nice life, guys. Here we go. Inaccessible, it says. Okay. All right. I will find something to do with this patch of land, I'm sure. All right. I'm going to pause the game now because, I'm trying to get details done, and the game's getting busy on me. You know how it is. Okay, where was I? Was I was over here. I should probably do another do another housekeeping video. Caps, African. How about just penguin talk? Okay. All right, then some minor adjustments here. Like that. Do the same to the others. Okay, I like this. This worked. Although, you know what I think I want to do? I want to do this. Watch this. Why is this inaccessible? You know what? We'll just dispose of it. Okay, that is looking very good. I need some more plant matter. Let's see. Okay, excellent. And here we have our brand new African penguin habitat. It's got a lot more space than the previous habitat, you got to admit. Don't tell me there's not been a keeper in here to feed anybody. Yeah, get on the job, buddy. Looks like Madeline here is going to get the food out. Okay. They'll do with type 1 food now, but eventually they will be getting type 3. So yeah, that works. I didn't lay down a mulch line this time. It was a tactical error on my part. Okay, we've got picnic tables. Excuse me, and a yawn. Picnic tables and a bathroom that's kind of catty corner, and a snack bar here, plenty of light. We're almost finished. Right now I'm just taking care of the things that I realized I forgot, but didn't know I forgot until I just realized it. Excuse me, guys. I'm not coughing as much as I was previously, but as the saying goes, not as much is not the same as not at all. All right, here we go, our finished habitat. I think it's miles better than the old one that we had. You know, it's mostly just flat space, but the thing is the penguins don't require a lot of stuff. And I've given them what they want and still produced a really good looking habitat. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want to make a comment, please comment down below. Like, subscribe, all that YouTube guff. Thank you very much, and I will talk to you in the next episode. Bye-bye.
You could be a part of it. There's a revolution, you could be the start of it. Better get a move on while there's still a chance of it. If there's no improvement, this could be the last of it. Nature was a haven, now we need saving. No more conversation, time for cultivation. We all got a part to do to help the world pull through. But you gotta build a zoo. This is the law of the jungle, as old and as true as the sky. The forest protected shall prosper, the forest neglected shall die. You've an aptitude to change attitudes, cause we have to prove it. That planet to grab your shovel. There's work to do, the world's in trouble.